Hi there, welcome to the single point perspective tutorial. First thing I'm going to do is, with my bit paper, I'm using pen, you could use pencil, whatever, something to draw with. I'm going to add in a horizon line. I'm going to do this like about halfway along the paper, like that. Then I'm going to choose somewhere along that to put a vanishing point. So I'm just going to do it a little bit to the right there with a cross to mark that. Then I'm going to connect that cross to each of the corners of the paper. Now, take note of how I'm holding the pen or the pencil, whatever you're doing. I'm holding it at the end and I'm probably about 1 metre away from the paper. So I'm getting a good overview of this, not too close. So those pretty much connect to the corners. Now we're going to kind of create the illusion of like a room or a corridor, but I'm going to do like a back wall next, and I'm going to add in along this side here, I'm going to add in a vertical line going from that diagonal line to that one down there. Then from this point where that vertical line meets that diagonal, I'm then going to go across with a horizontal line. It's parallel with the edges of the paper, and then at that point that's going to be another corner, and then I'm going to come down vertically and then I'll connect those up. It's a little bit wonky, that's all right. Then what I'm going to do is, this is maybe like starting to suggest a room, but I can add some features in that to make people, when they look at this drawing, get that. So I could maybe add a door over here. I'll do it about halfway this area around here. I'm going to add in one of the sides of the door like that, not right up to the top. There's a bit of wall above it, and then that height there, and that is where this is a wall. That is where the floor is down there. So the height of that door, I'm going to go to that height. Now if I take that back to the vanishing point where I did that X, then come out again, that's giving me the top of the door, and I'm going to come down like that. Okay, with another vertical, and that's the other side of the door. Over on the other side, maybe that might be a picture on the wall, and I could have maybe a landscape format one, and I'm just going to think, well, the picture might be quite big, but it's not right down to the floor, so it might start about there, and maybe it stops just a little bit down from, this is actually the ceiling here. Okay, and then I'm going to take from the X marks the spot of the vanishing point, away out like that, and then like that. That didn't quite meet, but that's fine. The picture's got a bit bigger. I'm going to add in a vertical line there, and one here, really near the edge of the paper, parallel with the edge there. That's parallel with the corner of the room, if that's the back wall. So here, I've got a picture frame now. Maybe on this side I might come back over here and add in maybe a window to this side of the door. It might be the same height as the door, and then I could have a little kind of like pillar area there, and coming down vertically. Now the window maybe stops there. I'll take that back to the vanishing point and then come back out again. Now that is going to be where the windowsill is in a little bit. Maybe let's add something a bit more 3D here, so maybe a table. So the table could maybe be in this area. Now that's going to come out onto the floor, maybe about halfway. Now on this back wall I could do like halfway between that point there and that point, the corners of the room, halfway like that. From the vanishing point, line out like that, and then the table is going to sort of fit in that area. Maybe it's just a little bit in from the door, and I could do a vertical here, and that's going to be one of the corners of that table. Now that's then meeting the corner where the wall meets the floor, and then I'm going to come out like that. Okay, so that's a horizontal line parallel with the bottom and the top of the page, and then that stops there. If I go up again with the vertical, don't know where to stop yet until I come out from this way. So this is the height of the table. I'm using it the same height as the window actually, and then I'm going to come out horizontally with a line there. So I've got the edge of the table nearest to us if we were in that room. Maybe need to add in the legs further away now. So if I do another vertical just in a little bit from there, and then a horizontal line going to that halfway point of the width of the room, and then another table leg. We're only going to see a little bit of the surface. It's going to be like a little slither almost. So off the top of the table, another horizontal line there. So there I've got my table. Basically, I've added a cube. Could be a bath, couldn't it? Could be a base for a piece of art. Maybe I should do that. Add a piece of art on top. Now, this, to make it look more like a door, I could add in a bit of depth to the wall. So I've just done in a little bit of a horizontal line there at the bottom of the door and then at the top. And then add in a parallel vertical line. So that's showing the thickness of the wall. Now this bit where I can see that. Now I've added that in, but I can check that it leads back to the vanishing point. Now I can use that to do the window as well. And another vertical like that. Now it's going to go horizontal. And now this is going to be the window ledge. Okay, that bit there. I could do it so that the door maybe opens in or out to the room. Maybe I'll do it coming into the room. That might look quite good. Now, so if I add in, so this is like the left-hand side of the door frame. If I add in a kind of a vertical line, sort of here, like that. Now I'm going to have to do a bit of guesswork here, or a guesstimation. And I'm just going to do a line like that and like that. Now the thickness is a wood door, so let's have a bit of thickness to that. It's not like the thickness of a bit of paper, it's actually looking a bit more like a door. Oh, that looks like it's opening. I could add in little details like the handle now, something like that. So then that hopefully might say I'm a door. So we could, I suppose there's nothing really happening in the ceiling area at the minute, so we could add a bit of lighting. Maybe it could be either a chandelier or it could be a series of lights. So I could even do, like you might find in a classroom, like strip lighting. I'll do that because it shows perspective well. And I could do that by thinking, right, that's halfway along, halfway the width of the ceiling. And if I divide that in half like that, I could then do a line coming from the vanishing point up like that, and one going out to the edge there. And this could be my strip lighting. I could make it a bit wider like that and like that. So then I could show that it's like these different lighting kind of panels, I guess, like that. But then they might get a bit shorter. Well, they would get shorter visually, but actually if you were to measure them in reality they would be the same length if you actually could walk into that room. But this is the illusion of perspective. The floor, I could do checkerboard. That's a good way of showing off perspective skills. So that was the halfway point along that back wall. If I go halfway again, so divide the floor into like 4 strips, okay, from the vanishing point, 4 kind of like rows or columns, whichever way around you see it. And then I need to do, going through those diagonal lines, I need to put some horizontal lines. Now the further away, the closer the horizontal lines are. Now again, I'm guesstimating. If you were a mathematician, you could probably tell me about this and educate me on there is actually a formula for doing this correctly, but I haven't learnt that yet. That's something I should get onto. But anyway, you've got a bit of a checkerboard effect there. Now I could just colour, alternate ones in, or sorry, tone, add some hatching. This done really quickly. You can obviously spend more time than I am on that, but I just want to show you. That might help you perceive the illusion of the flooring a bit better. I'm not sure what I'm doing with that box. Was I going to turn it into a base or a table? I'll do it into a table so that I can add the thickness of legs like that. There we go. And I need to shade that one in, wouldn't I? And then that one and that one. Okay, so I've got a table on there. Empty space here, or I could have a go at doing an oval, really an ellipse, isn't it? Because it's a view from an angle, so that could be circular actually. Maybe here some window details. So just, you know, look around the architecture around you, the features in the home. What could you add to make yours more believable as an illusion? This was going to be a piece of art over here, so add a frame like that. And I said it was landscape format. It doesn't have to have a landscape in it, but we've got a tree there, a bit of a building, something like that. But obviously I'm doing mine really quickly. You can spend a lot of time. I haven't got anything on that back wall. See, that's the thing. I could put something on there, maybe a door leading out of that room into another one. That'd be quite cool, I think. Yeah, like that. And then maybe a window there. But these are just straight on, so actually I don't have to do any perspective for that at all. Nothing. So here we go, you've got your window like that. So that's a very basic introduction to single point perspective. But good luck with that and have fun. I'll look forward to seeing the results. Bye.